Hi, good to see you on my AMMR channel. My name is Max. How are you today? I hope your day goes well. I have a very interesting topic for you today. Will Josh Duggar get out of prison sooner than expected? We all breathed a sigh of relief in December 2021 when Josh was sentenced to 12.5 years in prison. And I thought Josh would get a longer sentence, but it was still comforting to know that this man would not be committing crimes for the foreseeable future. Unfortunately, even such criminals rarely serve their entire sentence. And we were saddened by the news that Josh would almost certainly not serve the full 151 months behind bars. Josh's tentative release date has already been set, and unfortunately it's not 12.5 years. The Federal Bureau of Prisons has set Josh's release date for August 12, 2032. Prisoners who demonstrate good behavior usually serve only 85% of their sentence. And because Josh is technically a first-time offender, if he stays out of trouble, he will probably only serve about 10 years behind bars. I say technically because Josh's previous crimes are well documented, he's just never served time for them. As a teenager, Josh committed horrific crimes related to his sisters. His parents helped him cover up his crimes and avoid prosecution, but eventually, neighbors forced them to file a police report. Because of this documentation, prosecutors in Josh's case were allowed to bring up his previous crimes even though he had never been arrested or charged. They again mentioned Josh's horrific past during his sentencing hearing, requesting 20 years in prison. Prosecutors also asked the judge to consider the extraordinary efforts Duggar took to obtain and view CSAM, the nature of the CSAM he obtained and viewed, his efforts to conceal his criminal conduct, and his refusal to take accountability for or acknowledge any of his criminal conduct. Despite all these considerations, the judge imposed a relatively lenient sentence of 151 months. Folks, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and set the bell if you like the content. Observers noted that Josh's wife and parents wrote letters to the judge asking for leniency, and those letters made it clear that they retained faith in his innocence despite decades of his predatory behavior. I think this means that when Josh is released, he will still be surrounded by delusional supporters. Unfortunately, Josh will be forced to undergo a 20-month supervised release upon his release from prison. So even though he may be a free man as early as 2032, he won't be allowed to spend time with his children unsupervised until the 2050s. It may seem to us all that this is a long way off, but in my point of view, it's still too short. What do you think? Write in the comments, please. With any luck, Josh will face a lot of parole boards who will make sure he is forced to see his sentence through. Even that seems a woefully inadequate punishment given all the suffering Josh has caused. Thanks for watching, see you soon.